Hi, this is Mrs. Huffcutt with another Caldecott book from the Morse and Mary Wiley Library. This one is called Knuffle Bunny. It's a cautionary tale by Mo Willems, and it was the Caldecott book in 2005. Many of you are familiar with Mo Willems. He does the Elephant and Pig books and also the Pigeon Don't Drive the Bus and all of those fun books. So anyway, here we go with Knuffle Bunny. Not so long ago, before she could even speak words, Trixie went on an errand with her daddy. Trixie and her daddy went down the block, through the park, past the school, and into the laundromat. Trixie helped her daddy put the laundry into the machine. She even got to put the money into the machine. Then they left. But a block or so later, Trixie realized something. Trixie turned to her daddy and said, "Avocado." "That's right," replied her daddy. "We're going home." "Blaggy blaggle blabble," said Trixie again. "Blaggle blabble, won't be floppy." Snoop. "Now please don't get fussy," said her daddy. Well, she had no choice. Trixie bawled, "Wah!" She went boneless. She did everything she could to show how unhappy she was. By the time they got home, her daddy was unhappy too. As soon as Trixie's mommy opened the door, she asked, "Where's Knuffle Bunny?" The whole family ran down the block, and they ran through the park. They zoomed past the school and into the laundromat. Trixie's daddy looked for Knuffle Bunny and looked and looked and looked. But Knuffle Bunny was nowhere to be found. So Trixie's daddy decided to look harder until Knuffle Bunny! And those were the first words Trixie ever said. The end. And if you like this book, we actually have a couple more books about Trixie and Knuffle Bunny that are sequels to this one. So hope that you'll find time to read those for yourself. So in the meantime, have a great day and keep reading. Thank you. Hi, this is Mrs. Huffcutt from the Morse and Mary Wiley Library with another Caldecott book. This one is from 1984. And if you were thinking that Caldecott books are only just fiction books, that is not true. This is a story that's based on a nonfiction story. It's called The Glorious Flight Across the Channel with Louis Bleriot by Alice and Martin Provenson. The Glorious Flight Across the Channel with Louis Bleriot, July 25th, 1909. It all began one morning. Mr. Louis Bleriot, his oldest daughter Alceste, his daughter of 4 years Charmaine, his third daughter Suzette, his son Junot, their mother Alice and the baby Gabrielle, also the cat Manu, their little dog Arsene, and the big cockatoo Chloe had just had their breakfast. The year is 1901. The place is the city of Cambrai in France. It is a beautiful day. The sun is shining. Papa Bleriot and all his family, except Manu the cat and Chloe the cockatoo, are going for a ride in their shiny new car. As they roll up the street, they hear far above in the sky a strange sound. Clackata, clackata, clackata. "Hark," says Papa Bleriot. He does not look where he is going. Just ahead on the narrow street is the wagon Alphonse Javette, full of pumpkins. Also his son Cesar and many cabbages. Crump goes the car into the cart of Alphonse Javot. The strange sound from the air is forgotten. Papa Bleriot was driving very slowly, but even so the cart is on its side. Pumpkins are all over. No one is hurt, but there are bruised cabbages and angry faces. Fists are raised. The policeman, Achille Duval, poises his pencil when... Clackety, 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 clackety! Out of the clouds right over their heads soars a great white airship. And a man is sitting in a basket, driving it through the air. What a wonderful sight! It is the first airship seen over the city of Cambrai. Papa Bleriot invites everyone to the cafe. They toast the valiant aeronaut and each other. And Cesar, the brave Javette boy, and the pumpkins, everyone is happy. Everyone but Louis Bleriot. Now he has only one wish, he says to his family. I too will build a flying machine. A great white bird. We will work hard. We will all fly through the air like swallows. So here is Bleriot 1. No one is small enough to sit in it but Manu, and she will not. It has a little motor to make the wings flap, and alas, it flaps like a chicken. Never mind. This is more like it. Here is Bleriot 2, a glider, big enough to hold a man. Papa has not yet learned to pilot, so Gabriel Voisin, his good friend, will fly. A motorboat will tow it into the air as the glider has no motor. All is in readiness. Gabriel gives the signal. Away roars the motorboat. Like a great swan, the beautiful glider rises into the air and shoots down into the river with a splash that frightens the fishes. Gabriel Voisin is wet but not hurt. We almost flew, he says. Papa has decided to learn to fly himself. Bleriot 3 has a fine motor and propeller, but it will not take off from the water. So Papa gives it 2 motors and 2 propellers to make it Bleriot 4. Bleriot 4 goes in beautiful circles. Papa is learning. Bleriot 5 hops over the ground like a rabbit. Papa is getting lots of practice. But Bleriot 6 sails across a whole field before it hits a rock. Not so bad. And with Bleriot 7, Papa has an aeroplane that really can fly. No matter that the inevitable happens, a slight crash, a broken rib, a black eye, to add to the list of breaks, sprains, and bruises over the past 6 years. And now Papa is a real flyer, and the Bleriot is a real aeroplane. How proud Alceste, Charmaine, Suzette, Jeannot, Gabrielle, and Mama are. Only one thing remains, to prove how good the aeroplane is, to show the world what it can do. As if to light the spark, a great prize is offered to the first man to fly across the English Channel. 20 miles wide, black tossing waves, fog and rain, a very cold bath. A long swim, it is a dangerous prospect, just what Papa likes. On July 25th, 1909, as the sun rises, Papa Bleriot walks with his crutch, a minor flying accident, nothing serious, out to the field where his plane Bleriot 11 waits. He kissed Celeste, Charmaine, Suzette, Jeannot, Gabrielle, and Mama Bleriot. Papa climbs into the cockpit. His friend Alfred LeBlanc spins the propeller. It is 4:35 a.m. The motor coughs, sputters, roars. Down the grassy field, Bleriot 9 bumps. She picks up speed and suddenly climbs into the sky. The French coast disappears. Far below is the destroyer Huffcutt, waiting to pick up Papa if his motor fails, if they can find him in time. 10 minutes tick by. The waves reach up to catch the tiny plane. Now there's nothing but swirling fog. No France, no England, no waves. Papa is alone, lost. He sits motionless, not touching the steering lever, and lets the plane go where it will. Suddenly, the white cliffs of Dover flash beneath him. A wonderful moment. 36 minutes after taking off for France, Papa is over England. Papa stops his engine and makes a very bad landing, as usual. Never mind about a broken propeller. Louis Bleriot is in England. He flew there in 37 minutes. What a shout goes up. Truly, it was a glorious flight. And that is the end of the glorious flight across the channel with Louis Bleriot. Thank you for listening.